Hi everyone, welcome back to Pages and Paper. I'm Diana and I'm really happy to have you here with me today. Today I'm going to be doing a plan with me for the week. This is my everyday carry. Inside I keep my A5 Faded Chronicle planner, the Faded Chronicle Complete, and this is a Chic Sparrow cover that I keep it in, and it's set up like Traveler's Notebook style, so it has the strings inside, so I put my A5 Faded Chronicle in there, and then I also have a notebook in here that I use for just notes, messy notes, to-dos, things like that. So I'm going to take out my planner, and I've pulled out a few things that I plan on using today. This is my favorite pen lately. This is a Friction Ball Knock Zone 0.5. I also have this one in like the clear silver color, but lately I've been trying to hurry spring along, so I'm gonna use this pink one. I've also pulled out this kit from Brianna, Nicole Designz. It's for the Hobo cousin, and I love all the spring vibes here. It's called Spring Meadow, and it has some just really cute like greenery and just that spring feel that we all are hoping for. And then I also pulled out this Moxie Dots marker and the purple, and then I just pulled out a couple more coordinating Tombow markers to go with the sticker kit. And let's see where we are. So if you're not familiar with the Faded Chronicle Complete, this there's two spreads. So there's this weekly spread that's kind of a horizontal dashboard style spread, and then there's the vertical spread. And I've been using it to basically do my to-dos and appointments and things like that on one week, and there's another one. And then I do some micro journaling and memory keeping in the vertical. I always love to use my tweezers, and I have this palette knife that I like to use. So let's see. Okay, so I pulled out these Virgo and paper date headers. So I am just going to use these here. And I will probably just write down the number of the day. But this sheet does come with the date headers, but I think I'm going to use that on the vertical. I really can get a full 2 spreads out of this, out of most of the Hobo cousin kits. So that's always good. And then I'll throw in some like extra deco and stuff like that. So if you are using a Faded Chronicle, I really find that a lot of shops have Hobo cousin kits, and that has really been the best fit for this planner. Okay, so we have our covers there of the days. Lately, I've been using the top here to track my spending. So I think what I'm just going to do is highlight this in this purple just to see the days. Okay, and then let's see. I'll take one of these, and I think I'll use the yellow and just put spending. What I do is I track my spending here because I always have this planner with me. And then at the end of the week, or sometimes the end of the month, kind of depends, I will transfer it into my budget planner, and then I will kind of check things that way. All right, so another thing I've been doing is, actually, let's get these dates down. So let's see, today is the 1st, so tomorrow's the 2nd. So I'm just gonna write a 2 in here, a circle around it. I can't believe it's March already. And then she has these cute headers that say today, this week, important notes to do, things like that. So I'm going to do to do. Then I'm going to do notes. And then I'm going to do important. So down here. And then I think I'm going to, let's see, I wonder if I can put this in here. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in here for my meals. And I'm gonna use my whiteout. Actually, I don't even think I have to do that. I'm gonna use this week in here. And I'm gonna use one of her cute little fork, knife, spoon things here, icons. And let's put that there. And then I can write in my meals that I plan on having. Here, I'm going to track my habits. So let's use a little of this pink in here. And habits, definitely want to track my skincare. I want to track reading. I want to track supplements. I take medication, but I don't need to track that. I also feel like I don't need to track water because I just do it. I don't really feel like I need to track it. And then I'm just looking at, oh yes, I like to track, obviously I mentioned this, track my spending. So I feel like if it's in more than one place, nothing wrong with that. I also like to track my gratitude. And journal. And another thing I've been trying to do is a photo a day. So those are the habits that I'm going to track this week. And I think I put a couple of little cute little deco items in here. Let's do this one. I'm just gonna add one here, and let's do this one here. This is a cute little extra. And then I'm going to take this thicker, it's a Flair pen, Paper Mate Flair. I'm just kind of outline it. I like it just makes it a little cuter, makes it stand out more. Okay. Now let's look at this side. So what do I have going on this week? I have not a whole lot. I do have another thing I like to do is I like to have work on this side. So I am just going to, actually I have a work sticker. I'm going to use it. So Planner Kate has a lot of really great scripts. There's a ton on a page, and there's so many different fonts. She will also do custom scripts. So I am using the Jen Plans font, which I've had these sheets for quite a while. Okay, so here I like to write work, and let's see what I have for work this week. I do have a meeting early on Wednesday. And I'm a high school teacher, and my school day typically starts at 8:15, my first class, but we do have, oh shoot, it's not a department meeting. Eeks. Oh, actually, the joy of a friction pen, that's erasable. So this is actually a faculty meeting. So we usually start at 8:15, but every 2 weeks we have morning meetings where we have to get there a little bit earlier. So that is on Wednesday this week. So I'm just going to put that here. I found I really like having these two columns. I could do personal and work here. In the month of January, I was tracking my screen time, and I just put my to-dos over here. So there are a lot of different ways that you can use it. So, yeah, and then, let's see. I have another meeting on Monday. I almost forgot about that. So that's at 12:30. We have like mid-year check-ins with our supervisor. So that is Monday. And let's see, I have to tutor on Thursday. I'm actually going to put this on this side because this is, even though it's work related, it's not related to my full-time job. It's like a little side tutoring business that I have. And I feel like I'm also tutoring on, oh yeah, I'm probably going to tutor another day this week, but I haven't confirmed the time yet. Let's see, what else? Friday I'm tutoring. Let's put that on there. Okay, and what else? And then Friday, work related, I need to, it is a interim grade book check. Our school used to send out progress reports in the middle of the year, but since parents always have access to the student's grade book, we don't have to do that anymore. We just have to make sure that all our grades are updated and stuff so the parents can just log in, and then they send an email out to parents to have them do that. So that is good. Okay, I think that's all I have going on this week, which is definitely good. However, hopefully I'll have some fun plans for the weekend. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all for this. I do want to add the weather, which I like to do. And let me see where my weather. I have regular black and white weather icon stickers, but recently I placed an order with Brianna, Nicole Designz, whose kit I'm using here. She has the cutest, guys, look at these. Oh my gosh, aren't they so cute? So I ordered some of these. I had them a long time ago and then they ran out, but I just love how cute these are. So she has these. And then, so these are like a mixed sheet of the Kauai weather. And then she has the suns, the clouds, and the rain, the clouds. Oh, sorry, yeah, this was sunny and cloudy. This is sunny, clouds, and then snow. So let's check what our weather is. I am in the Northeast, so I believe things are going to be warming up soon for us here. However, I think that Tuesday we still have a chance of some like wintry weather. Yep. All right, so first I'm just gonna write in the highs and lows, and I'm just gonna write it over here on the side, and then I'll put in the icon. So Monday. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, Tuesday, oh, wintry mix. So what do I do there? I think I'm just gonna use snow. Let me see. Yeah, let's use snow. All right, Wednesday, we have cloudy. No, that is not Wednesday. What am I doing? This little palette knife is a great little tool. I have it linked in the description box below, but it's just super, super thin. And anytime you put a sticker down and you're like, oops, I want to pick that up. Even with transparent stickers, it works. Okay, then we have showers on Thursday. Oh my gosh, I almost did it again. Friday, we have showers. They keep saying we're in a very active weather pattern right now. Saturday, cloudy. And then Sunday, partly cloudy. So that's fun. Partly cloudy and high of 62. See, I'm willing the spring on with all these spring colors and stuff this week. Okay, so meals this week. Tomorrow I'm not sure about because my adult children may be coming over, so I'm not really sure. If they end up coming, I will probably make some type of chicken. But Tuesday I'm having pasta with bacon. Kind of like a pasta carbonara thing with like, you can use ham or bacon and like garlic and Parmesan cheese and peas. It's so good. I'll probably have that Thursday also. Then I'm gonna have orzo salad that I made with chicken. And then I will probably, I'm gonna keep Monday, Saturday, and Sunday blank for now, but at least I have those. Okay, so I think that is all for this week. I will be doing my goals and my weekly actions. So once I do that, I will check my to-do list and add to that. All right, so now I'm gonna set up the vertical. So like I said, I've been doing some micro-journaling, I print out little photos and I put them in here. So if you're interested in seeing how I do that and like how it all comes together, let me know. So I'm gonna put the dates on the top here. And again, this is a Hobonichi cousin kit. Everything fits really nicely. And there are so many ways that you can use the two layouts. I've seen people using them, one for work, one for personal. As a teacher, I have a teacher planner that I use. So So I don't use that. I don't use this for work, but I will put, you know, relevant things that will affect my regular personal schedule I put in this planner, but I don't need a whole layout for it. I've seen people do it for tracking health. I've seen people use it for, you know, full-on journaling. So a few different planner companies have started that this year, and I love it. I think it's just brilliant. Years ago, when I first got into using the Moxie Life Planner, which I do still use now, but more so for my goal planning, I would Frankenplan them, and I actually bought 2 planners and combine them in one book. There are a lot of people that will do that on the internet. They'll take the spiral, you know, they'll unspiral the whole thing. And yeah, that was really fun. I was really more on a health and wellness journey when I did that. So I was able to use the vertical for the health and wellness, and then the other layout, I don't remember what kind of layout I used, but I was able to use that for just regular everyday planning. So I'm going to use this thin strip of washi. I think I'm going to use it up here. So my day, I guess it doesn't really matter. You know what? I'm going to do this time. I'm going to put this down here. And you could make it go all the way across there, but I'm not going to do that. And then I just use this metal ruler, which kind of has a sharp edge, to just pull it off. And if I was using this spread more functionally, which is what I started to say, what I would do is I would put the thin strip of washi at the top to kind of make my schedule. So like right now I go to work, well, I leave my house around 7 and I start work around 8. So I would put the thin strip of washi at the top to kind of signal when my day actually starts. But since I'm not really using this like functionally, like for my schedule, I am just using these strips of washi. I'm using the thick strip of washi now. Oops, it's a little crooked. So I love this. It's like a watercolor stripe. It's so pretty. Brianna Nicole Designz. I really like her shop. I hadn't ordered from her in quite a while, but then I was on Etsy and I was like, oh, I haven't ordered from her in a while. Let's see what she has. And I just loved all the spring stuff that she had. So I'm just making like a double thing of washi here at the bottom. So she had some really cute kits, and I will be using those throughout the spring. I do have a haul if you wanted to check that out, the spring planner haul. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the dates in here now. I'm just gonna use my black pen again. So tomorrow's the 2nd. So what I'll do is I will pre-decorate this whole spread, and then each day I'll kind of go in right before I go to sleep, and in like a darker, more bold marker, usually I'll use either the Paper Mate Flare or what's my other marker that I use all the time. I will use this Tombow Fudnosuke brush pen. This is the soft tip, which I really like. And I will just put in here like some of the major things that happened. So for example, I have here delayed opening, blizzard of 2026, early day, you know, so just some kind of big, bold things. And then I will leave space underneath so that I can go back in and journal a little bit more at the end of the week about each of those things, unless I have the energy to do it, you know. And then I will also go in and I will put in some photos of things that happen during the week. And I have 2 different photo printers that I use. I've been using the HP Sprocket. Had this for quite a while. it prints about photos this size, and then you can, what I do is I use the collage feature and I print out 4 photos on it. So I've been using that. I also recently got the Canon Selfie. Somebody was selling it in my community where I live, and I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it. She sold it for like, I don't even know, like $25 maybe. So I haven't used it too much, but what I like about that one is, well, one, the quality is better, but I like it for more like full-size photos. And I've been getting into creative journaling, and I think using it for that has been fun. So yeah, I tend to journal more on the weekends and have more going on the weekends that I actually want to document in here. So I'm just going to leave this part over here a little more blank, and I'm going to put this box down here. And then what I'll do is I will use some of these labels if I want to, you know, make some of the journaling stand out a little more. I might use some of these stickers, some of these bullet points. So I will add those to the week as it goes along. So that's it for my 2 spreads for the week. I will go back in and fill in my to-dos a little bit later tonight, and I will fill this in little by little as the week goes on. So thank you for spending time with me today. I hope that if you liked what you saw today, that you will like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.